video because now my routine has changed, and I want to shed some remembrance on being agile to allow your life to change in positive ways, but then the importance of honing in on a new routine that serves your greater vision. So, you have goals in life, hopefully, and if not, what excites you? Follow that. Find your passion. Build your potent purpose. Everyone's here for a reason. And do what you love. Love what you do. And if you don't, find what that is and then do it. And to take steps towards actuating that vision. And it doesn't have to be a business vision, guys. It can be a health vision. It can be an emotional vision. It can be a relationship vision. It can be, whatever you want it to be. It doesn't have to be related to a business. Mine is my bliss biz, because I have built up my, body of work so that I can serve others, to help people build theirs. That's what I do. I help you hone in on your magic so that we can, build the new world together. Anyway, so now I get to come early, and before I work out, I get to sit on the beach. So here's my new routine. Beautiful Lemon Bay. Sorry, this is the Gulf. My backyard is Lemon Bay. This is the Gulf of Mexico. We're Southwest Florida, Gulf side. Beautiful water. And you see it's nesting season for the turtles. So I'm just chilling next to some barricaded areas for the turtles. So we'll get right into today's thought. And guys, I promise not to preach at you. You guys are wise. Many of you just incredible leaders. And so I don't want you to ever feel like I'm telling you what to do. I'm just sharing my experience, what I've come across that resonates with my soul's journey. And so take what you will and leave the rest. And if you can sift through life in that way without judgment of, others, you will literally be able to optimize no matter what the message, because if it doesn't resonate, you're just building up those that definition for what does. Because it's all about identity here on the planet. What you identify with is what you attract, is what you resonate, is what you build into your fractal, your pattern of isness, if you will. And so patterns are just that. They're designed to help you stay on track and to really feel comfortable. The ego likes that. And, the ego is there to help us, even though it gets a bad rap. We can't afford to, our subconscious plays a pivotal role in the maintenance of day to day. And I wanted to talk to you about that today because it's important to understand and love on that aspect of us that is automated, but then to give those aspects clearly defined parameters that join in with your vision. If we're spinning our wheels and we're working a mile a minute, doing this, that, and the other, and we're, multitasking, and we're not in the now, and we're not focused, a lot of little nothingness can add up to a full day of busy work. And so the power of routine in your daily activity is the power to eventually add on creative meaning. So think of it as energy conservation when you have a routine that serves you. This is why elite athletes do so well when they have a routine. They've got it down. They can rely on muscle memory. And it's the same for us, no matter what goal we have in mind. Building strong routines is energy conservation. So taking a look at what am I doing daily that serves me, that's adding to my potent purpose and vision, and that's aligning with that reality, that's moving the needle. And how can I build healthier routines? Okay, so I encourage you to plan. I encourage you to give yourself the joy of little wins. What I mean by that is, if you have one big beefy goal, you pretty much only get there or not. And that sucks, because don't you want to have wins along the way? And don't you want to be agile? And don't you want to pivot? And don't you want to be open to edits that serve in a grander way? Oftentimes we define our reality and where we're headed to where we sort of don't allow room for miracles. And so this is a very dualistic approach that I'm teaching you today. There's a balance between having a set schedule and being open to miracles. And what I'm telling you as clearly as possible is, if you define what serves you and get those set in stone, and those are dialed in, they're automated, you know that when you do them, they work for you, it will free up your energy to be creative in the moments that you allow for that, beyond your wildest dream, because you're going to be efficient. You're going to know that when you wake up, you do your affirmations. When you wake up, you look in the mirror and visualize the perfect day. Hey Christy, how are you? I'm talking about the freedom of schedules. And it seems like an oxymoron, because you're like, what? Schedules aren't free. But what I'm saying is, if you build a schedule that serves you to an automation to where it's muscle memory, then everything else you do in the now is going to be free in terms of expansion, creativity, newness, because you won't be frazzled. You won't be wondering, what's my day going to be like? What do I have to do? The scatterbrained multitasking approach doesn't serve your ultimate goals. So come up with a routine this week. And my new routine is getting up an hour earlier and having this time on the beach to do my affirmations, because my daughter's going to school an hour earlier this year. So, all around better, because she'll have more time after school with me. And so anyway, here I am at the beach. This is my first time, my new schedule. So to recap, agility, being open to newness, but then finding what serves you. Get your end goal in mind, whether it's a relationship goal. Oops, sorry, there was a fly. Whether it's a relationship goal, a personal goal, a financial goal, a well-being goal, a health goal, whatever it is, get your goal in mind. Decide weekly what your week looks like. Define it. Give yourself the space for many wins, right? Little things that add up to you're on track. And then there is no energy expenditure on what and where and what am I doing and how am I doing this and is it moving the needle, because that's already set. And you can then use those in-between times for true transformation, because your energy is conserved. You're not frantically expending energy haphazardly, because you have a plan. You have a plan, you've got goals that you can neatly check off. And gosh, guys, our brains love that when we get to say done, done, and done. So try it. You'll like it. Set long-term goals. Back off to, okay, if 6 months from now, it would be wild and amazing if this could occur. What would I have to do broken into 6 pieces to get there? And then break those pieces into further pieces. This is the fractal information system. And by the way, guys, it's how you live. It's how we live. I won't get into too much of it. If you're intrigued by the fractal information system, zoom in to zoom out to everything, then I encourage you to join me beginning on Monday. We're going to go an hour a day, and I'm going to take you systematically through this revolutionary new approach. My future best-selling book is called Zoom Out to Everything, and it's going to be a simplified approach to quantum success. And so this is mind hacks, this is biohacks, this is a soul expansion, and how you do one thing is how you do everything. And so if you want to succeed in any goal, Let's say you want to call in your soulmate. How you do one thing is how you do all things. And so what are you doing in the other facets of your life that seem totally unrelated, that's either adding to or taking away from the reality of what you're magnetizing into your life relationship-wise? You can begin to see how it's all connected, okay? And it's a revolution because a lot of people can only see where they're at in terms of who they are, their identity. They either have it or they don't. They're either winning or they're failing, and there's no in between. And so my approach is, you are everything already. So zoom out, decide that you have it all, and then decide what you want to zoom in on to nurture. Because you are all things. You've heard, we are one, you are all things, but truly you are. And if you can live from that super conscious standpoint where you zoom out to where you're everything, and to, here's the key, if you want to write anything down for the day, is totally satisfied in the now. Totally satisfied in the now. So you're not creating to avoid pain or to get out of something or to somehow, overcome something that's wrong. You are totally satisfied in the now and excited to create from that standpoint of sovereignty versus need, from abundance and overflow of joy versus desperation and fight, flight, or frozen. Okay, so love you guys so much. I hope this was valuable. I'm going to be doing more of these, maybe every day, I don't know. So always follow my Facebook feed because they come live, like right now in the morning. The other ones will either be later in the day on my YouTube channel or even the next day because I have to edit them, etc. So the takeaways again, and I'll wrap up, are that there is a freedom in schedule, because what you put into a well-planned plan is going to free up your energy space to create in the moments that you allow for that to occur, because you won't be multitasking and expending your energy haphazardly. You'll have a plan, but also you will get those little mini wins which stack up to motivation to continue. If you have an end goal alone, you'll fizzle out. Likewise, if you bite off too much and you can't chew it, you give up, right? So it's that sweet spot of flow that I talked about yesterday in my live, which is where your challenge meets your skill set. And to be present, you want to go for just a little bit challenging, right? You don't want to be bored, you don't want to be overwhelmed. And so that's the goal, and that's the freedom of schedules. So choose your goal, choose what would serve you on a daily basis to move the needle towards that goal. People, places, things, mindset, attitude, and you can do this, you can do anything. It's 2021, guys. We are arising into new bandwidths of potential as manifestors. That capability to get what you desire as well as to repel it has never been more amplified. And so realize that and support yourself. You deserve it, and now's the time. And as you achieve and as you go after your goals unapologetically, and as you become who you desire, the world improves through that light and through that focus and through that sovereignty. So don't be brainwashed into thinking it's selfish. You are your best for others when you're your best for yourself. What can you do this week to move the needle towards any goal you have in little baby increments, and set in stone the schedule elements that will free up your energy for more, and that serve your potential and align you with where you're going. All right, guys, love to you. Mwah. Talk to you soon. Have a great day. Bye for now.